The plan that they've always had was what? Laid out here.
Well, look, he's a guy, he's always been the most athletic guy that's on his team. And you go back to high school, he transferred into a high school. He told the coach, I'm going to be your quarterback. Coach told him, look, kid, get in line. He sees him at spring practice and he says, all right, yep, this kid's going to be my quarterback. But as we all know, in high school, the best player on the team a lot of times goes and plays safety on third downs, in big games, or gets back there for a Hail Mary. Well, the coach thought about doing that. Mama, Felicia Jones, Lamar Jackson's mother, called the coach and said, Coach, we're not doing that. My son's a quarterback. And then she has Bobby Petrino promise her while sitting on their couch in the South Florida home that he's going to play Lamar Jackson at quarterback and quarterback only. Well, during a practice freshman year, they have him go back to punt returner, see what he can do, because they were struggling at that position. The mama, before they could really get back into the coaches' offices, coaches had a call from Felicia Jones. Punt returner doesn't look like quarterback to me, coach. And so for a very long time, Felicia Jones has had this plan that her son was going to be a quarterback, and so far that plan has paid off in the form of a Heisman Trophy-winning sophomore season, a better statistical season, as well as on film in his junior year, and now he's trying to be a first-round quarterback.
So this is the plan they've always had, and obviously it has worked out to this point. How is it working out as he is trying to be drafted as high as possible as a quarterback in the NFL without an agent and with his mom acting as such, Jonathan? There's been so much conversation that this is foolhardy when it all comes down to it. What can you tell me about how it is playing out in reality, boots on the ground here?
Well, certainly it would appear, or at least it sounds foolhardy coming from NFL types, coming from agents, of course. This is most certainly unconventional, objectively. And so because it's unconventional, because it hasn't been done, a lot of people think that it shouldn't be done this way. Well, I don't know that it can't work. I mean, if you look at their history, a Heisman Trophy winning season, a first-round quarterback, he could be drafted anywhere really from kind of 12 to 32. I mean, that's a pretty good plan. And so if you believe that your plan has worked this long, I understand why you would believe it would continue to work. But, of course, the NFL is the big leagues. And so, teams are having trouble getting in touch with Felicia Jones and Lamar Jackson. I do not know because they are fiercely private and would not politely would not grant an interview to me for a number of requests that I asked for. So I don't know if this is they're difficult to get in touch with because they don't like answering their phones. I don't know if they're not picking up calls from teams that have established quarterbacks but are more willing to accept a call from, let's say, the L.A. Chargers, who have an aging quarterback in Phillip Rivers, 36, will be 37 at the end of the season. Certainly they met with him after the pro day. He's going to have a workout with the Dolphins, of course. A lot of people are looking at the Arizona Cardinals with Sam Bradford only being on a one-year deal. Is he more inclined to go to those places where he said, yeah, it's okay if I have to sit out for a year and be behind a veteran? But clearly, I think his camp wants him to be able to be in a position, just like when he was going to Louisville, where he has an opportunity to start, if not in year one, then certainly in year two.
Jonathan Jones of the MMQB and SI.com joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. And it's inevitable. We're going to hear it. Helicopter mom, you don't want her around your organization. Look at Eli Apple's mom, blah, blah, and blah. How's that going to play out?
It's interesting, right? Because everyone wants to kind of compare her to an Eli Apple. Well, I even said that to one scout at Louisville's Pro Day, and they said, yeah, but Lamar Jackson's actually a good guy. Somebody said to me.
Wow.
People, I even had somebody compare her to a LaVar Ball or Todd Marinovich's dad. But, those folks were really in the eye of everything. They wanted to be out in front. They wanted to be spokespeople. Like I said, Felicia has had ample opportunity to put herself out there, to grab these endorsement deals, to do whatever she wants. And she has decided to stay private really throughout his college career, and certainly she's continuing that now. So is she this stage mom who just wants to be out front? I don't think so. But does that mean that she's not pulling the strings? Absolutely, she is.
Anything to the fact that he hasn't signed an endorsement deal yet? Anything on that front?
It's strange. I thought for sure when he came out there in Adidas that he was going to put on some Adidas shoes, and he's an Adidas athlete, right? And then he puts on Nike cleats, and who knows what's going on. It seems like it's an easy check sitting out there. Another part of this unconventional deal that's going on where, again, are they driven by money? Well, it's an easy check just to sign with Adidas, Under Armour, or Nike, and so far it appears that they have not done it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.